Hi everyone, it's Janette here from Case Flower School. So a very simple, quick candle arrangement that you can make for Christmas. So we have a little container here, and this container is from IKEA. And what you need is your block of oasis that has been soaked already. And I'm placing this small little piece in the end, like a little wedge. And I have a half block of oasis with the corners cut off it. And you can see the way that'll press down into it. And I'm now going to just trim off the edges. There we go. And then I'm going to use a little piece of anchor tape then to strap it in, just to hold it in place. Now I'm purposely going to one side with the anchor tape rather than going exactly in the middle, and you'll see why in a couple of seconds. So again, just take off them surplus pieces of anchor tape that we don't need. To be honest, it's well wedged in, so this is probably not going to shift anyway. Now what I'd love is, while you're watching here, why don't you click share and let's get this video out there. So this is a real beginners. If you never did flower arranging in your life, you'll be well able to copy this arrangement. So I hope everybody has clicked share for me. So what you need then is a candle and a candle holder. So you put your candle holder onto the end of it first. Now you don't have to do this, but this is an aluminium wire that we happen to have here in the flower school. And just people often say to me, what can you do with this? And there's loads of different things you can do, but one idea when it comes to Christmas is you can wind it around your candles just to give a little bit of a colour, especially if you haven't got a silver candle. So that's just a little bit of the silver aluminium wire just wound up around the candles. Now what you can do is you can use two of them if you want to, and I've cut a little bit off one of these candles just to make it a tiny little bit lower than the others. So there's just our two candles with our aluminium wire wrapped up around them. Next, what you need is small little bits of greenery, and I'm going to use holly because it's Christmas time. So it may be one of your gardens beside you has a nice little, a nice big holly bush growing. So why don't you cut all these short little pieces? And what I'm just going to do is go around the edge of the container here with short little bits of holly. Leave little spaces in between them. Cut all your pieces of holly around 12-15 centimetres. Don't have them too long. And again, it's not any particular pattern. You're just trying to cover it in. This isn't a commercial arrangement. This is just for somebody who would like to make a little table arrangement for themselves, a little candle arrangement, or even just to maybe give it as a gift to somebody. Now again, if you haven't got holly, what about some Christmas spruce? That would be absolutely fantastic to use inside it. Or again, a mixture of whatever pieces that you happen to have. So I have a few little pieces just going around the outside of it there first. And next what I'm going to do is get a few more short little pieces, and I'm going to cover in. So it's really any little spaces that I see. Some of this berry here now hasn't got any, some of the holly hasn't got a berry on it, but that's fine, do you know that way? So it's more really just kind of coverage. So you can see it's not any particular pattern. I was lucky enough with this holly that we robbed, hasn't got any prickles on it, so it's real easy to pull the leaves off. So be kind of fussy when you go out robbing your holly. See, can you rob the non-prickly version rather than the real prickly version? Now again, if we've anybody new joining us there, make sure that you click share. What we're on about here is just making kind of a very simple Christmas arrangement, Christmas table centre, using maybe foliage that you have foraged or taken from your neighbour's garden. So I just need one more, nice little bit of variegation here. So I think just one more little bit, and then I will be ready to go to the next stage. So very casually covered in, no particular pattern at all. So what I have here is 3 large carnations. Now these could be 3 baby carnations that you have sourced again in your local flower shop. And I have 3 short stem roses. Again, keep to all carnations if you prefer. So I'm just picking 3 little spots in the arrangement, and I'm going to divide up our 3 roses just around our candles there, close to the centre. And you could just leave it like that with just the 3 roses in it if that's what you would prefer. Just move this one over just a little bit there. There you go, there's your 3 roses. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the carnations short enough. 1, 2, 3, there we go. And in between them 3 roses, just down a little bit lower in the arrangement, I'm going to add in the 3 large carnations. So I'm literally just keeping it to 6 flowers. Now this is cheap and cheerful. And as I said, you go to your local florist and buy yourself 6 flowers, whatever 6 flowers that you want. Now I've used some pine cones sprayed with silver to pick up the little silver in the arrangement. So what I'm going to do is, in between the 3 large carnations kind of down low, I'm just going to add in our 3 pine cones. I've done lots of tutorials on wiring up the pine cones at this stage, so everybody should know well how to do it. And if you didn't, go back through all the other videos on our page and you can copy them. And the spray that I've used is out of Lidl or Aldi. It's only $3.50 for the spray. And it's brilliant for spraying the pine cones. Now also what I happen to have in stock, and I know at home you mightn't have these. These are just like little red hot chili peppers. That's probably the easiest way to describe them. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of the chili here and there. You know, just kind of like if you have lots of berry on your holly, you probably won't need it. But just some parts of my arrangement had no berries, so I'm just using these little pieces of chilies to kind of like take the place of the berry. There we go. And then the very last thing is if you want to add in another little bit of the aluminium wire. So what I'm going to do is just cut a length of it, stick it in here at one cone, bring it back down here where one of the other cones is, and then I'm just going to give the wire a little bit of a jiggle, and then I'm going to cut another length of it. Again, if you don't have this wire, don't worry about it. I'm just using it because I have it. So again, I'm sticking it in where that cone is. I'm going to stick it over here where the other cone is, and then just give the wire a little bit of a jiggle or a twist or whatever in the arrangement. And again, what I'm going to do is just get another piece. Now again, anyone that's joined us, click share, because we're going to do lots of these little cheap kind of like easy tutorials, things that you can copy at home yourself. But if I don't see you sharing, I won't post anymore. And there we go. So there's a very simple, quick arrangement that you can copy yourself at home. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, give us a thumbs up and click share.